to Piers 11, 12, and 14. Now, if you're wondering what happened to Pier 13, there is no Pier 13 at Naval Station. Norfolk. The Navy is superstitious. Got that number like the rest of this last pier is coming up on the right today. You'll be looking at three of the largest and three of the mightiest warships in the world, including the newest commissioned carrier serving the United States Navy. Coming to view is the heaviest here right is CVN-78, which is the USS Gerald R. Ford.
Oh, yeah.
A brand new ship commissioned about 3 years ago. Even though Ford was commissioned about 3 years ago, the Navy's not yet had the Ford on the deployment. When the Navy built the Gerald Ford, they put so much new technology on the ship, they're having problems getting some of those technologies meshing and working together. So the Ford's been on lots and lots of sea trials, but not yet on deployment. They're getting very close to getting all those systems wrapped up and working properly on the Ford. More than likely, in the very near future, the ship will be going on their first deployment. The other two carriers we'll see coming into view much further ahead is your right above Nimitz class ships. There's currently 10 of that class in operation, including the two on our right. CVN-75 is the USS Harry Truman, and on the other side of the Truman, one of her sister ships, CVN-69, which is the USS Dwight David Eisenhower. By the way, the Ike and her battle group just returned to Norfolk from a 6-month deployment. They came in about 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Once that deployment took place for the ship and her strike group in the Mediterranean Sea. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you that these three carriers to the right, the Navy classified all three of them as super carriers. The reason being, all three ships to your right are over 1,000 foot long. In fact, all three of them are the same length. They're all 1,090 feet in length. The extreme widths abreast of the flight decks of the Nimitz class ships like the Truman and the Dwight Eisenhower, 252 foot across the widest point. 04 to your right, her flight deck a little wider at 256.5 foot wide.
Look how long that is.
These ships are the equivalent of a 24-story building with a keel to the top of the mast. The structure on our flight deck is called the Islanders. Most of their operations are controlled on the island of the Truman. Should carry a limit for
Our ship would park beside it, and you get out and you just walk, and you're like, wow, that's a big ship beside us.
You just keep walking. For maybe a concept of how big these ships are. The flight decks on these three ships to your right cover an area of over 4.5 acres. So the flight deck of this one of these carriers, they can actually have 4 football games going on at the same time, and they would still have room for spectators. We're fully loaded, 39 feet of them are below the surface of the water. Channel depths in this harbor run between 50 to 55 foot deep. The ships to your right will carry aboard several million gallons of fuel. They refuel a lot of the fleet to go to sea with them, as well as all the aircraft that they carry. Technically, each ship to your right carries between 100 and 210 tactical aircraft. More than likely, when these ships deploy, they do so with around 80 to 85 aircraft, depending on what size they're using. Lift number 75 to your right, carrying Truman over on the side of the ship. Again, it's currently Harry Truman, flying on her flight deck in an F-18 Super Hornet that is actually positioned on a flight elevator at this time. The aircraft aboard the Nimitz class carriers like number 75 and number 69 are launched to the air by the use of steam-powered catapults at speeds of up to 165 miles an hour. They're capable of launching their first aircraft in 1 minute, one every 15 seconds around. Usually, Nimitz ships carry 4 steam-powered catapults. 04 to your right now, that ship launches aircraft in the air by something no other carrier in the world has aboard that ship are 4 electromagnetic catapult systems. Simply being able to assist with linear electric motors and line the flight deck on that ship. Simply energize those motors, they too will propel an aircraft on the flight deck on that ship at speeds of up to 165 miles an hour. But it's a very smooth and very even acceleration. Not the wear and tear of the aircraft received by being launched by steam-powered catapults by the two Nimitz class ships to your right. Also, steam is very corrosive. When they run the steam-powered catapults, they have to run steam throughout the entire ship, so it cuts down the corrosion. We just have an electric system aboard the Gerald Ford. Ships to your right also are equipped with flight elevators. If you look to your right at number 75, the Harry Truman, where the aircraft is on the aft deck of that ship, that aircraft is actually positioned on the flight elevator. Right below that elevator is a large oval opening on the side of that ship. The opening is one of 4 entrances to the hangar deck for the aircraft to store under weather. The elevators are used to bring aircraft from the hangar deck to the flight deck. They can do so one aircraft every 7 seconds. And Nimitz carriers like the two on our right will carry 4 elevators aboard, one on the left side, 3 elevators the aft strike on the right side. The 04 back to your right, her operation with the helicopter is a little different. She only carries a total of 3 elevators, one on her left side and 2 elevators the aft strike on the right side. The 3 ships to your right are all atomic powered. They're powered by 2 large atomic reactors. The cores in the reactor plants power these ships for 25 years or longer between refuelings. That's equivalent to a distance of over 1 million miles in steaming time. The reactors on these ships are designed to generate steam. Most of that steam is used to turn their 4 steam turbines that combine can generate 280,000 shaft horsepower. You find it hard to believe these ships over to your right have top speeds of very close to 50 miles an hour. It's impossible to push anything that large to the air resistance that fast, much less the water resistance. With the airmen aboard the Nimitz class ships, each of the ships here right carry a crew of 6,000. The crew of 6,000, that means that aboard the Nimitz carrying the serving on board of those ships about 18,000 meals a day. It's like to get stuck with washing those dishes. Nothing that would you like to pay for the grocery bill. I've got news for you. You do. If you carry a cigarette bill in Nimitz class ships, run you, the taxpayer, is over $1 million a month. Now the Gerald 4 back to your right is a new ship. Lots of new technology on the ship. There's also automation aboard the Ford that allows the ship to carry roughly 1,500 fewer crew members than those of the Nimitz class. When the Ford was a siege, you can do so the crew of around 4,500. That saves a little bit on the grocery bill. Ships to your right, all three of them are complete cities with themselves. They carry practically everything aboard anyone could ever ask for. We used to say, except women, but it's not true anymore. Just about 26 years ago, our Navy started to assign women on board ships that carry the combat status. Carriers like the three on the right, each of them have at least 500 or whole women living aboard them. Perform the same tasks and duties on the ships as their male counterparts. On these ships, you'll find banks, barber shops, butcher shops, bakeries, shoe repair shops, hospital, dental offices, operating rooms, and religious chapel. For the most part, they are air-conditioned to go for the comfort of the crew. If these carriers were to go to the West Coast, they have to sail around South America, much too wide and much too long to pass the Panama Canal. All three were built in Newport News, Virginia. The older of the three ships is number 69, the Dwight Eisenhower, commissioned in 1977. Harry Truman Roy was commissioned in 1998, and back to your right, the Gerald Ford, in essence, a new ship commissioned about 3 years ago. So look to your right this afternoon. What you're looking at are three of the largest and three of the mightiest warships in the world with battle loads. These are 100,000-ton ships. You can always rephrase that as 100,000 tons of diplomacy. So we have a total of 11 carriers in the fleet now. 10 of them are Nimitz class ships, and they left on one, of course, is the Gerald Ford, which hopefully will be fully operational there as far as deployment status is going to be coming up in the very near future. There's going to be two more foreign class carriers under construction in Newport News. In fact, they're already under construction this time. Next one will be named John and Kennedy, which will be issued about 3.5 years from now. And one more past the Kennedy will be named the Enterprise. As many of you probably know, we have previously